Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Shane. So, wonderful question. I want to take a moment just to thank you all for your comments, your feedback, and your questions. As much as I can't get back to all of you with replies and comments, believe me, I read them all. So, I really want to thank you. We've got a really great question to get our teeth into this week. It's from a lady called Tracy. She goes on to say, "Hi Shane, I just found your footage on YouTube about knowing when to sense the presence of a spirit. Is there any way of encouraging them to come to you? I've always wanted to be able to communicate but don't know how. Many thanks, Tracy." So, multi-layers to explore here, okay? I love the way that Tracy puts this when she says, is there any way of encouraging them to come to you? I think that's a really healthy approach rather than, kind of calling or demanding them to come to us because, believe me, when you sit down and you make contact with the innate, you make contact with the other side of life, they are making contact with you. Okay, we absolutely, without a doubt, meet there in the middle. And I always, always kind of say that, we meet them at the door. We literally meet them in that middle ground. Maybe that's where the word medium has come from. It's that middle place, that medium place, there in the middle of things. So it's knowing that they make contact with us. And people say to me, after I've had after I've done a consultation, or I've done a talk, or I've done a demonstration, they're like, well, that's incredible. And I always, reinforce it's only as incredible as those that come through and the way that we hear them, know them, feel them, the way that they talk to us. That's what makes it incredible, is the fact that they talk to us. Yes, without a doubt, we learn to become a medium. We most definitely learn to become a holistic medium. And quite often, if you're committed to that journey and you're taking those steps, and you are kind of, in a way, moving yourself into that space, they will teach you directly the things to consider. And here's the tips, here's the nuggets of gold that I would want to share with all of you, is that know that contact comes in so many different forms, in so many different ways, and quite often it can absolutely be subtle and therefore it can be missed. You'll find a whole wealth of videos and content and information within the channel, the playlist Devlopment, okay, that really covers this in even more greater depth. But the thing to consider is that contact can be really, really subtle. For instance, I was doing a consultation and the lady was sitting there opposite me, and my gaze went across the room, and very gently I started looking at the map that I have quite often behind me, in front of me, to one side of me, when I'm working, especially if I'm working online. And my gaze went out towards that map, and I was drawn to the west coast, and then my gaze moved across the desk, and as it is now, and I started to just focus in on the lighthouse. I've got this kind of crystal, beautiful marble, glass, actually, not crystal, it's glass, lighthouse. Okay, very, very simple. Okay, but my gaze took me out towards that beautiful glass lighthouse, and then I remembered the journey and how I discovered that and how I found it. And it was actually on a really big, huge cycle tour, coming back from the top of North Devon, all the way along through Devon, almost, touching Cornwall, and then out through Dorset, into Hampshire, and then over to the Isle of Wight, and then from the Isle of Wight back into Sussex, and it was the trip over on the Isle of Wight that come across this, and it's actually still got the label on the bottom of it. There you go. I've never realised that, never noticed that. Allen Bay on the Isle of Wight. And so my focus went to that. I was absolutely drawn to it, and then I got this feeling of links to Devon with this lady I was consulting for. New, real strong, solid links to Devon coast, lighthouse, and also this feeling of a lighthouse keeper or search and rescue. And the lady looked absolutely gobsmacked, and she said, my dad, he worked for the RNI, Royal National Lifeboat Institute, search and rescue, and he also used to walk up to a lighthouse most days, and was fascinated, absolutely loved lighthouses. So know that contact is absolutely hugely subtle, and that contact could have been missed. Okay, so it's trusting your thoughts, your feelings, those things that you kind of focus in on. I always say, you hear me say it so often, all information is information. So, little practical part I'm going to weave into this is know that they meet us, we meet them, they meet us, but predominantly they meet us. Okay, so we're there, we turn up. I always say within a consultation is that we turn up, but they turn up beforehand, and that's the absolute truth of the matter. When I sit there to do a consultation, I know and I feel their presence before that person comes or arrives. Even sometimes on Skype, often on Skype, I feel that presence turning up beforehand. But it's the presence of those that want to make contact the most, those that want to make contact for good reason. If you've got a very protective male vibration in there, and you're going through a huge amount of trauma, and you've got somebody that's absolutely trying to completely knock you off your feet, well, the person that's going to come through is the person that actually the qualities that are needed the most. So know that there's so much going on here, but actually, in fact, it is very, very, very simple. So here's a practical thing you can apply right now, is very, very gently take a moment to take a deep breath. Take a moment to take a deep cleansing breath. Okay? And almost drop into your core or into your heart. Just take your awareness take your awareness inwardly. Just take your awareness inwardly, and just very gently breathe. Very gently breathe. And then what you're doing is you're becoming aware of the spatial awareness around you, the space around you, becoming aware of the space, the physical space around you, which often for me is a way of knowing if someone's just joined me, someone's just come into my presence. Okay, someone's just come into my awareness. And then very gently, you want to reach out and feel, are they male or female? And what is the essence of what they bring? Okay? Explore that. Hope that's kind of stirred up some thought. Is there any way of encouraging them to come to you? It is not about encouraging them to come, because they will come. It's about you very gently spotting what's going on around you subtly. Remember, all information's information. Love to hear your thoughts, love to hear your comments, love to hear your questions. Um, just heard my door creak then. Love to hear your comments, love to hear your questions, love to hear your thoughts. Some of you have asked, because you will know by now the shift that I'm making away from social media, Facebook, here on YouTube. Absolutely get it, really incredible tool. Also Instagram as well. But also in the last week we have launched via the website, which is allthews.shanegadd.com, and members only platform, which is absolutely about all of this, yet enhanced and in many ways taking it a lot deeper. And there's multi levels. That's also where we are going to facilitate our live events and our live streams for our live events, because I found myself in that shift, really not knowing where that was going to end up, but knew it was absolutely the right thing to do and trusted the process. What's been birthed out of it is something that is phenomenal. So if that interests you, pop over to www.shanegadd.com and you will absolutely find information on the members area. Okay, right now membership subscription starts from £5 per month, okay, for the next 3 months, and then you've got the full membership there at £7.95. Okay, so I don't like to sell what we do, but what I like to do is share what we do. So I'm sharing what we're doing. I'm going to leave that with you all, and absolutely thank you for another thought-provoking question. And as we go forwards, we will keep exploring them. Okay, speak soon, guys. Have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye bye.